Hello, I'm Judy Baker. This is Mary Martinez. We're here to have an event called Two Authors, Books, and a Beverage. So grab a beverage and join us, and we will let you know who we are, what we do, and what we write. I'm going to introduce you to Mary, and we're going to find out all about her. Mary, hi.
Hi.
So tell me, have you always lived in the state of Utah?
Yes, I've always lived here. I'm sort of boring. I travel, but I've lived here for, I'm not telling you how old I am. But anyway, I've lived here my whole life. I grew up in Riverton, which is about, it's south of Salt Lake City, but it's within the Salt Lake Valley. So, it's easy travel. I grew up on a 40-acre farm, and we had peacocks. You can maybe you can't see the peacock's feathers over there, sorry about that. But anyway, we had peacocks, we had Arabian horses, we had Black Angus cows, and I had a cow named Curly. And that was my pet cow, and I would ride it around the corral, and I just loved that thing. And then, and it was fun. I mean, one day, it got sick and went to the doctor, or so I thought. And then a couple of months later, still hadn't come back. And we had a very nice beef dinner, and Mom goes, "That was Curly." And to this day, I do not know why she had to tell me, because I did not eat beef for a long time. So anyway, but I grew up here, and I, moved around the valley. I live in a little town in Magna now that's to the west of Salt Lake, and we really like it here.
Great. Wow. So tell me, what's your genre that you write in?
Well, I write whatever I want. So whatever genre strikes me, I go with it. But my favorite is, I love to read romantic suspenses or thrillers or something, just, whatever. So I'm on the edge of my seat. And so that's what I like to write. So I've written some of those. I've written a romance, just some romance. I've written women's fiction. And then I've also worked with my grandsons to do history mysteries. And they were younger at the time, and we went all around Magna, and we did a walkabout. We took pictures, we made a storyboard with, our fictional town, we plotted, we, got our characters and everything. And then when all the fun part was over and they had to write, they said, "Bye-bye, Nana," and left. So, I had to write the rest myself, excuse me. And basically all the characters are basically my grandchildren. So if you know them, you know which character is which.
Nice.
And then this last couple years, I have written Celtic Mist trilogy. There's a little bit of a backstory to this, because I was adopted. And so growing up, I always said, I'm adopted, I can be whatever I want, and I want to be Irish. So I was just always Irish. I had this affinity to this Irish culture. And maybe it was the beer, the leprechauns, who knows. But anyway, so years passed trying to find my parents. I finally did the DNA when it came around, and I was Irish and a little bit Scottish and a little bit English. But on my dad's side, he was completely Irish, except for just a drop of English on his dad's side. So mostly it comes from him, and then my mother, the Scottish part. So I had this story in my mind, the Celtic Mist, and the characters, but not the story, I should say. I had the name and the characters, but no story. So in 2015, we went to Ireland, and the minute I stepped foot on the ground, I'm like, I love this place. This is home. I'm home. And the story came. And so I came home and I wrote it, and I've published the first 2 books, and today my 3rd book comes out. So the trilogy is out, all of it, and eventually I'll have the book set for all 3, but for now you can buy them separately. And that's the story.
Wow. Well, congratulations on your release today.
Thank
on
you.
your book. Um, Gosh, I didn't think that was a boring life at all so far.
So far. I still have been doing
Yeah.
pictures in me. So anyway, Judy, where did you grow up? Did you grow up in Utah or somewhere else?
No, I'm originally from Tennessee. I was raised in Tennessee, went to school there, graduated from the University of Austin Peay State University, and had my first teaching position in Atlanta, Georgia. So I taught there, but I loved to come out to the West. I just needed that adventure, I guess, and I got a teaching position in Ely, Nevada. So I moved from Atlanta, Georgia, which is, if you've ever been there, it's a fast-paced city and lots of people. And I moved there to a little cow town called Ely, Nevada, like hitting a brick wall. Nobody moved very fast there at all. If they said they'd be over at 4, it might have been 5 or 6. So yeah, it was like, it was a shock. But I got used to it really fast and met a lot of people that I really enjoyed, including a cowboy that I fell in love with and married and wound up in Salt Lake City. So that's how I got here, and I never went back to the South again. So that's pretty much my life in a nutshell.
So you visited it though, I hope, or your parents.
I do, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what genres do you write? Do you write under just your name, or do you write under another name? Go for it.
I do. I write under Judy Baker, my Western historical romance novels. And I also have a Revolutionary War novel. So most all my historicals are under Judy Baker. And then I write contemporary romance, suspense, and romance. And since Christmas is my favorite holiday, I write contemporary Christmas novels under Anna Sugg. So on my website, you'll find both Judy Baker and Anna Sugg at judybakerauthor.com. But that's what I've been writing. Right now, I am just finishing up a women's fiction called Yaya House. So I'm excited about getting that all completely finished and published in the future. So
and
that's
where
what I'm
did you
looking
come up with that idea, Yaya House? Where did you get that idea? I just wanted.
I have 3 sisters. And since I live in Utah, I have a sister that lives in Kansas. And then I have 2 that live in North Carolina. And because we were spread out, once a year, we decided to get together and have a little vacation and get caught up. So we were calling ourselves the Yaya Sisters for probably 20 years. We were meeting each other once a year. We would eat a lot, talk a lot, and cry a lot, and laugh a lot. So all of a sudden in the middle of the night, I thought, oh, I should write a story about the Yaya Sisters. But I didn't want to name it Yaya Sisters. So I was hung up on a title until I just about finished the first draft of my book. And I realized the house that was in my story was like a person. It had a personality all its own. And I thought, yeah, Yaya House. So that's how I come up with that.
That's good. I like that. I look forward to that story. So anyway,
Thank you.
Should we tell them about their prize if they enter to win?
Right, yeah. Why are we doing this event in the first place is because 2020 has been a very difficult year for a lot of us. And Mary and I had 2 events planned, one in the springtime and one in the fall coming up, but they've all been canceled. So we decided to do our own event right here so we could be able to discuss things with our fans and with people that would like to get to know us. So that's why we called it 2 Authors, Books, and a Beverage. And so we decided to have this little event, interview other authors. You can email us anytime you would like. We will answer all your questions and even mention your name on our video. And we will also be giving away some items that I know you'd love to get. So I'm going to let Mary explain the items that you'll be getting.
Okay, so Judy's going to hold up the bag. And so one of these, every month you're going to get, well, not every month, until we run out of the things that we had bought for the luncheon, you're going to get this bag. And inside it has a book from each one of us. And it has 2 wine glasses and 2 coasters and a little notepad and a beer stein. So all kinds of fun things. And then also for those folks internationally, we have 2 ebooks and a $10 gift card from Amazon. So no one's going to be left out. We're going to have a good time. I can't remember if Judy said what our email address is, but it's 2authorsbooks@gmail.com. So please feel free to email us with any questions you have. And our raffle copter for the prizes will run from September 1st today through September 30th. And we will pick a winner and we will announce it next month in October for our October chat. We don't know exactly what we're going to do yet. We might have a guest author. We might interview characters. I don't know. We'll see. So I'm very glad you all came out and that you're watching this, and I hope you enjoy.
Thank you so much for coming by and listening to us and joining us once a month.
Yes, we will see you again next month. And like I said, go do your raffle copter so you don't miss out.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.